Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Bear and I'm here to build a couple model kits and of course to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Site emote in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not a subscriber, you can just say hi, or you can, I don't know, use other people's emotes or remain a lurker. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Happy to have you here as always, my friend. Um, I am indeed wearing a Santa hat. I did find it. I found it a couple of weeks ago. Aristophan is here. Hello, Aristophan. And I was like, oh, I should get that out. And then I just kept forgetting. Lord Crashington is here as well. Welcome, Lord Crashington. Yeah, yesterday, like Saturday, I was gonna wear it. So I would get like a full week of wearing it, and then I didn't. So today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'll be wearing this because uh, hey, Lunite is saying, hey, Pat, it's been a while. Well, hi to you. Welcome. Happy that you're here. Getting ready for Christmas. Yes. Want to get into the Christmas spirit, have a little bit of holiday cheer. Um, I know that Will Smith, the internet's Will Smith, not movies, television, and music's Will Smith, but the internet's Will Smith, attached reindeer antlers to his headphones. And I was like, yeah, I gotta find my Christmas hat. We gotta get into it. Bah humbug, says Lord Crashington. I understand, Lord Crashington. Look, at the very least, if it's not about Christmas, if it's not about Hanukkah, if it's not about Ramadan, um, let's look at it being the end of the year. It is the end of 2021. Some say it's still 2020, and I understand. And maybe 2023 isn't actually coming, or 22 isn't coming right around the corner. I said 23. Yeah, I don't know. Time is meaningless and nonsense. Aristophan just gifted a sub, so we got to hit the old applause there. Thank you so much, Aristophan, for gifting that sub. Appreciate it very much. Let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, to the Site, the Moat in the chat. Welcome aboard. Enjoy your gifted subscription. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's gifting season. There it is. It took a little while to pop up for some reason. But yeah, there you go. Did a time traveler move a chair? Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Everything's a mess, and it's fine. All of it is fine. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Hold on a second. Let me just. No, not that one. This one. Me. That's what I want to do. Just gonna go in here, figure this here real quick. Just gonna. Yeah. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. I feel like my camera is too zoomed in. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. I haven't been liking it. So welcome everybody to the old Build With Baer Workshop. Tonight, on the docket, we will be, of course, completing Tanjiro. Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. We have to give him another leg and foot, and then we need to put hands on the kit, and we need to assemble the sword. And there will be more stickers to apply, because this kit is lousy with stickers, but they do look cool. Even if one of them is, or several of them are on the back of the kit, and you'll never see them, they're still cool. So we'll be finishing up Tanjiro, our friend Tanjiro, and then we'll be moving on to a new kit, and we'll be doing the Gundam Ground Urban Combat Type High Grade, which is from Gundam Breaker Battlelog, and is basically an RX-79G with some alterations. It is a combination of a kit from 2016 and 2018. So of the gun, oh, hey, we just got raided, and John just raided with a party of 4. Yes, the GUCT Gundam. Yes. Thank you so much. Let's hit the old applause again. Welcome, Raiders. We're just about to get started. Happy Mecha Monday to you. Yeah, welcome to the old Build With Baer. We will get to a mech. We were just talking about now how we're doing the urban combat type, the ground urban combat type, I should say, which is One of those Gundams that doesn't feel like a Gundam. It feels like a grunt. It's like a mobile suit, but it is technically a Gundam. But is it? Whatever. Also, Gundam Breaker Battlelog is just, it's a thing. It exists. Um, I'm going to be slowly building them. Thank you to the anonymous person that bought that kit off my wish list, which is why I'm building it now, because it jumps the queue of my many other kits. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to retweet my tweet on the Twitter machine. It's a gruntum. Yeah, Ghost, it is a little bit of a gruntum. Okay, so let me retweet my tweet. See if we get a few more friends to join us tonight. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. That's okay if we don't. And then we'll go and hit the overhead. And then I just have to test a setting real quick. Did this automate what I wanted to do? It did. Great. All right. A friend of mine wrote me a simple script that will mean that theoretically I'll never have my autofocus issue. Um, uh, oh, hey, we just got a follow. Thank you, Mew Yabby. Welcome and thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for the follow. And we get Tanjiro out here. Basically, I have two webcams, as you can tell, but they are the same make and model, and that makes it difficult to adjust settings like autofocus, like turn off autofocus. But I want autofocus on one of them, but not both of them. So it is constantly an annoyance. But a friend of mine wrote a simple script that supposedly will just make that basically it'll run every time, which would be nice. All right, let's build the leg, and then we've got to build the sword. So we're gonna pull out our pieces here. I dropped the thing. I'm back. Anyway, Tanjiro has been a fun kit to build. It does require lots of stickers, as you'll see. We have plenty of stickers left to apply, which has been a little frustrating, but that's par for the course with these kits. Luckily, I really do appreciate the eyes are plastic, and the scar is plastic as well and was already on there. And I really appreciate that, because the freckles I had to put on Deku from My Hero Academia, those were tiny stickers, and I was like, I shouldn't need to apply freckles. That should just be on this kit. That shouldn't be a thing that I have to worry about. So I am happy for some of the things here being plastic, where others are unfortunately not. And we'll put, gotta clean that up a little. Yeah. And then we got to add a bunch of stickers here. Put some dots here on the legs. Hope everyone's doing fine and good and great out there on the internet. I'm doing all right. So I had to do a whole lot of yard work today. I did so many bags of leaves, like raked into piles and then put into big bags and then put in a particular spot where we're keeping all of our big bags of leaves. And it was incredibly frustrating, and it's not over. I just got really tired at one point, and I was like, I'm done for today. I did get to the point where I got all of I got like big piles left that I will then bag up in a future day. But yeah, it really wore me out, because we have our backyard, and then we have like a bunch of trees, like palms and a few other trees. And then behind that is just like technically our property, but like not really usable land. So we don't use it for anything. And that is just where all of the leaves are. And I did a lot of raking today. And it was very frustrating. It got a little colder here in South Carolina. And by like cold, I mean like high 40s. Low 50s, more high 40s. And I'm going to admit something to myself and to all of you. It's time to talk about this. I'm a weather wuss now. I hate to even admit it, but I am. I have become a weather wuss. I moved here in July of 2020. And I first noticed it I think that for last year's winter, I was like, whatever, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's whatever. Oh, it gets a little cold in the mornings. Sure, no problem. I know what real cold is. Ha ha ha. And then I went to Philly, for PAX, and it was like in the 30s, and there was wind, and like, Philly's not on the water, but it's still, there was like a chill coming from the Atlantic, and it just tore right through me. Like that cold air just like cut right through me. And I was like, "Oh no." And I'm inside and I'm wearing a hoodie. I have a hoodie on right now. Not just a t-shirt. I'm wearing a hoodie. And I can tell myself, "Well, Pat, you know, uh, part of it is the fact that this house isn't well insulated, so it's a little cold, right? And the heat's on, but like it's not, there's still going to be wind coming through, cold air coming through." And part of me is like, well, Pat, you don't have radiator heat like you did in New York City, where the radiators are really hot because they want you to open your windows because uh, during the times of the Spanish flu, uh, doctors were like, you should be well air ventilation. Even in the winter, you should have a breeze. You should open a window. So they have all the radiators really set to really hot to compensate. So I'm used to like radiator heat, and we don't have that here. Um, I can say all those things, but they're just they're just trying to qualify the actual real truth, which is, as I said, I'm a weather wuss. Um, I have become one of those northerners that moves to nice weather and gets really used to nice weather, uh, and then is suddenly like, "Oh, it's a little cold. It's a little too cold for my liking right now." And I never wanted to be that guy, and I don't like that I am that person. I'm not a fan of it. Definitely seems counterintuitive to keeping you warm. Well, Lashbrook, so the idea is they want you to open a window to breeze it, but it's but then you'd be cold, right? So then they have the radiators up really hot, so it's to compensate. But nobody opens a window for breeze because that was a thing that they came up with during the Spanish flu epidemic. So modern people in the winter keep their windows closed, and they're just like, it's just you come in, your glasses fog up, you take off almost every layer that you have, and then you just walk around barefoot in, shorts and a t-shirt, maybe, because your apartment is brutally hot and it's uncomfortably warm. And that's what you do in the winter in like New York and other cities as well. No thanks, says Flashback. Yeah. So I guess part of it might be the fact that I am now like my body's just like gotten very used to air conditioning, like, and I think that I'm just my body is adapted to my environment and changed because of my environment, and that's fine. That's cool. I think that like it's just a thing that I have to identify and I have to become okay with, and it'll take a little while for me to get there. I will get there. I will become okay with the fact that when I move back north in the future, uh, one, I'm probably going to need to get a room air conditioner when I move because I am so used to it now, and there'll be brutal summers. Northeastern summers can be brutal, and of course, I will eventually experience one of those, um, and I'll have to deal with that. But I also have to deal with the fact that the first winter when I'm back up north will just be brutal, and I won't be able to. I mean, I'll be able to handle it, but it'll be tough. It'll be a tough thing for me to deal with. Lasper says I knew a dude in college who somehow never reclimated to a Texas winter and would always wear shorts. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are some people who are just like, look, I'm a I'm wearing socks. Last winter, I'll say this. Last winter, I got it in my head that I don't need to wear like socks walking around the house. Yeah, whatever. So the floor is a little cold, and I stuck with that stubbornly for pretty much all winter, except when I moved out to the Carolina room when my folks are away, because that is a very cold room with tile, and my feet were just like, no, this sucks. So then I was like, fine, okay, I wear socks, and so I'm wearing socks right now, um, on my carpet in this room. And I realized like, nah, I was just being pigheaded. I actually was pretty cold sometimes. But yeah, for me, it's just like a blanket to sleep on. What? Why would I need a blanket? Why would I need a blanket? The house should be warm enough because I've been 20 years of New York living, apartment living. I just got very used to being uncomfortably warm in my apartment all winter. Uh, like one of the worst things was getting all of my clothes on, so that I would be ready to go out in the for work or whatever, or to get things, and then have like, oh, actually I got to send this text, and so I'm standing in my kitchen, sweating, all layered up, like sending something, and then just and or because I didn't want to do it while I was outside, but also I wish I was like, oh, I should probably just go outside because this is miserable. Um, he would wear shorts in Wisconsin winter as a kid, and I think he must have had the secret nerve damage or something. I mean, it's possible. I still see random people wearing shorts in the winter when going shopping here in Ohio. Yeah, I mean, look, some people just like they regulate heat in a way that it doesn't affect them. It doesn't hit them. It doesn't do anything to them. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Because I've always thought, I still think this is weird. Hoodie, shorts. The hoodie shorts combination to me is always strange. Because I'm like, if you need a hoodie, if your t-shirt is not enough, how are shorts enough for you? I don't know how that goes. I don't. I've never understood that combination of just being like, I need to warm up a little bit. I'm going to put a hoodie on. Like, okay, all right. We finished the legs here of our kit, and now it's time to do the arms and then the sword. So we'll get the arms in here. Okay, and then the arm is going to go around the sword. So that's smart. And then that's going to go. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're going to build the sword first. So let me get this sword out here. Beautiful. This beautiful blade. Uh, or they only care about surviving the walk into a building. Yeah, I mean, Lord Crashington. That's often the thing, right? It's just like people dress for like that couple like it's like whatever, I'm gonna be hot inside, so I will make sure that uh I don't need to dress super warm because I won't be outside that long, right? My friend who lived in Miami described Miami as um uh air conditioned in the summers in Miami is place with air conditioning, running to the place next place with air conditioning, and while being hot, getting to the place with air conditioning. That was their description of Miami. It was just a series of, oh, gotta get to the next spot because it's time for air conditioning. Uh, and then, yeah, I can appreciate that. All right, so we're gonna put. I forget the name of this part of the blade. All right, let me read this note here. Assemble in numerical order. Okay, yeah. So we gotta put that in there. And then put the hand on here. We should put the stickers on before we put the hands on. So we'll get the stickers on here. And we'll do sticker 21 first. Yeah, so now we're applying stickers. But yeah, I mean, that's the big thing right now is just that, it's gotten colder around here. It's okay. I'll get used to it. But the idea that I'm wearing a hoodie while streaming is just somewhat preposterous to me. Because I am often, I usually don't, it doesn't bother me. Cold didn't bother me anyway, as the saying goes. That's not a saying, it's a song. The cold never bothered me anyway. Is literally lyrics to a song. Okay, so put this sticker on here. Goes like that. Great. I don't love the look of this sticker, but sure, we won't really see it. It'll be kind of covered anyway. The blade is the more important part. And then we've got to apply. Um, okay, so that sticker goes there. And then that sticker goes there. So that's 22. We are almost done with stickers. Oh, I should also mention a rare thing on model kits that I really appreciate and want to point out and give props to. Extra tiny stickers. You can see these are stickers that would be here and here for the feet or for the legs, I should say. There's extra stickers. They included extra stickers and even extra stickers for the bottoms soles of the shoes, which is great because those might rub off if you're not putting it on a stand. I think that is unbelievably great that they included extra tiny stickers. And I would love to see more of that on model kits because holy shit, it's so nice to see. Um, I've seen an older lady get super mad because this grocery store had a walk-in freezer room for produce and dairy, and she couldn't stand in the minute or two she was in there. It was a very hot August. I mean, yeah, like I said, some people get affected by temperature differently, and I get it. I get both sides. I understand why they're doing that, and I also understand why someone would just be like, "I hate that you make me do this." All right, so this is going to wrap around that. Then that. Then how does this work? All right, so what's important about this sticker is the hand is going to be on one side, so we just need it like here because it doesn't really wrap around. I want to be careful with it. I have a friend in Wisconsin who never understood how I could live in Texas with the heat. It's like you mentioned because every single building and vehicle has AC. Totally. In truth, I am a baby because I couldn't stand my house to be 80 or 90 during the summer, like some of the GB folks have mentioned. Yeah, I mean, like, right? Vinny's in his basement. Not obviously not John Bomb, but similar. It sucks for Jeff Gersman, particularly. Petaluma gets hit really hard because it's been very hot there, but that's not a place that traditionally got hot. It's only been in the last like 10 years or so. So none of the houses are equipped with air conditioning because you probably originally only maybe wanted it for a couple of weeks and you just powered through, and now it's months. And then you also include the air there because Petaluma is going to get hit with wildfires or the fallout of wildfires. So it's going to be terrible breathing conditions, plus the already issue of like, well, you don't want to open your windows because the weather, because of how the weather is. But then it's just like, well, then you can't win. There's no winning because if it's like, I'm actually going to hold on to this for a second so I can put on this hand and kind of see how this works. And because this sticker kind of wants to, you don't put the sticker and then put the hand over it. So let me get the hand on here and then see how that goes. Which is this one here, 12 and 10. Okay. I work in a dairy department in high school. Or used to work, and I would live in the fridge, summer or winter, no coat. There's no winning in Petaluma. I mean, yes, there's no winning in Petaluma for various reasons. But yeah, I feel bad. Because there are places where just like, well, you only really need it a couple times a year, but it's like, well, that's gonna really hurt you in the long run. All right, so the hand is because we want the blade like this. The hand goes in here. Okay, cool. Then this sticker is like this. Then yeah. because you're not going to see it on the other handle part. The handle, and then this goes like this. Okay. And then we get to be tricky here for stickers. So that's good. We got to do one of the hands in first. 13. A lot of the bay was built with no AC in mind, but between the fires and summers getting hotter, you need it. Totally. And yeah, people were just like unprepared for it. It's, and like, if it was me, it's like, yeah, okay. You start thinking in the winter, you start thinking about like trying to track down an air conditioner for when it's going to be absolutely positively necessary. Or you start thinking about like, okay, well, I got to start thinking about like getting a big nice box fan or something. But then the box fan is only going to be good until the air quality starts getting terrible. Okay, so this goes like this. Okay. My mom was a cross-country runner and raised me with the mentality legs don't get cold, so hoodies and shorts are regular in my family. Tony, that makes total sense. I totally understand that. Like, yeah, it's just how you were raised. You were raised to believe that. Okay, so I gotta. This is tricky only because I don't quite know how this works. You know what I mean? Like, I have an idea of how this sword is supposed to go, and it's supposed to go together, but it's not super well described in here. There it is. Okay, so it's gonna go like that, and then we've got to pop this on over. These instructions are pretty good, except when they're not. Also, one side is in color and one side is not in color. I would have liked if it had been all in color. That's just me. These are inexpensive kits. Box fans are impossible to get between May and August, it seems. Totally, because so many people are like, oh shit, my overhead fan just died and I'm not going to get an electrician out here. Let's just get a couple box fans or something. All right, so Tanjiro, ready to strike with his sword, looking pretty dang badass for a nice young man, just trying to make the world a little bit better. Save his sister, defeat the demons, Demon Slayer shit. Looking pretty damn badass. This kit wants you to have the sword in the hands. The hands will not work without it. The sheath can't put in the scabbard, can't put that in there. I love how this was put together. It looks really rad. Yes, this is definitely a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he's trying his damn best. He's part of the good boy shonen generation. The 90s gave us fake good boys because they're good, but like very flawed. And the good boys now are also flawed, but for different ways. But you got your Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, the Fire one, Fire Force, the Fire one, Black Clover. You got some real good boys. Because Gon isn't actually a good boy. People think that Gon from Hunter x Hunter is a good boy, but he's actually incredibly fucking selfish, and shitty to his friends. Gon sucks. Killua is actually the secret shonen protagonist of that show. Krapika is also like a very flawed main guy who's the new main character, I guess. Gon is very messed up. Gon leaves. Okay, so imagine that this dude comes by your village. Your sister falls in love with him. She gets pregnant. She dies in childbirth. And then not too long after that, like a couple of years, the guy that slept with your sister goes off with the child for a while and then comes back and is like, I can't be raising a kid while I'm doing all my hunter shit. You take care of him. And then you raise this kid. And then someday this kid comes to you and it's just like, well, I did the impossible task you gave me. I'm going to go find my dad. and find out why he thought hunters were so cool that he left everything to keep doing it. Because that's who Gon is. Gon is this shitty kid who's just like, well, my dad left me. Gotta find out why. Not why he did it. Why being a hunter is so cool. You'd give up your family for it. Yeah. Oh, of course, Mob. Last book, you're totally right. I forgot about Mob. How can I forget about Mob? Mob is, of course, a good boy. Yeah, Tony, here's the thing. While it's true that, what the fuck is Gon's dad's name? Shit. It's whatever. I'll think of it later. While it's true that Mr. Freaks, does suck, he sucks for a variety of reasons. He is at least honest. He's just like, I'm not cut out to do this. So I can't appreciate that. He also didn't go see his goddamn son when his son was pretty much dead, which sucks. But yeah, yeah, there's a lot of shitty people in Hunter x Hunter, and the kid raised to be a trained assassin his whole life is actually the most pure kid in the whole thing. The trained assassin from childbirth. Killua is his best boy in that show. Good to be honest about your shitty nature. Yeah. Okay, well, look, tangent aside about good boys, we got a good boy here. Here's Tanjiro. He's done. I'm very happy about this kit. I believe this is still a Target exclusive. It might be a timed exclusive. I did get this at Target, and I've not seen it in other places. It is not labeled. The box does not call it a figurized kit, but it is very similar to the figurized kits. There have only been a few that are outside of Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and Dragon Ball. The Naruto, Uzumaki Naruto, is definitely a great one that is outside of the typical figurized. And I guess, yeah. I mean, the entry grades, there's some entry grades that are pretty good too, but this one's good. So I do like it. We'll take a photo. I'll take a cool action photo here of my boy Tanjiro, and then I will put it aside. There's Tanjiro doing his thing. Yeah, Tanjiro. All done. Great job, buddy. Looking good. Put this aside for now. Then we will get our instructions for the, we get customization. So we are going to be applying some stickers. I think we're going to do these effect stickers. These like kind of give, oh yeah, we got to change this over here. We got to go over to the ground. You can see all these orange spots here. Oh yeah, any markers I'm using are just the black marker because black on gray, and there's a little bit of orange that's here, and so we'll be hitting that. It's really just going to be this one piece here, really, because that doesn't have anything to really panel line, maybe a little bit. So yeah, this is from Gundam Breaker Battlelog. It wants me to combine parts with which ones does it want? Oh, the Astray Red Frame inversion, which I don't have, and the Blazing Gundam, which I don't have. It looks pretty cool. How it wants you to combine them is a pretty neat kit. So once I have all of these, I am going to make a YouTube video going through all of the create your owns and like what they suggest you do. So I do have to remember to save this joint part, which I don't know if it comes with this kit or another one. But I need to save that because that's the only way I think this backpack is going to fit on the chest piece for the for things. Oh yeah. So yeah, well to that. So yeah, we are going to do these effect stickers because it's cool. The color scheme in this is fucking dope. But we do want it to be like we want it to pop a little bit, and this orange is really going to pop. Also, I am a big fan of orange. So we have the options of doing red or orange eyes and camera stickers. So we'll be using the orange stickers wherever applicable, because to me, more orange the better, because that is not a color you find on a lot of mobile suits, and I'm a big fan of that. So we will be doing that. We will of course start with the body. I do have to really quick, yeah, and my panel lining will be black where necessary. I just have to go in and edit my that great. I'm just in Stream Deck right now, not Stream Deck, Steam Deck. I make that mistake all the time. I'm just in Steam Deck here, changing a few actions so that they go to the right place, which is that. Great. So that way, if I do this, it'll go back to this one, which is what I wanted to. Yeah, and then if I hit intro and then main, goes to this one. Just had to do that. Oh, and Lord Crashing wants me to hit the ska button, and I will. Thank you for redeeming your channel points for ska. We appreciate your use of ska button. I got another one lined up for January, and then I'm gonna have to see about getting importing my own songs in here. I have found a library of Creative Commons, free to use, no problems, won't trip any things on YouTube or Twitter, or sorry, Twitch, so that I can have a bunch of ska songs and continue my new one every month, because there's only so many that I can use that fit in this particular genre here, that are within the Elgato thing. Okay, so this is gonna go. This goes like this. This goes like this, and it's like fastened tightly. This doesn't seem to want to. Sorry, everybody. This is. Well, maybe I have to put. Oh, maybe the top thing will lock it in place. That makes sense. That makes some sense. So, C116. This is a thing where it's got C and C1. Harold just cheered 13 bits. Thank you so much, Harold. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for the bits. Thanks for being here. As always, my friend. Oh, I guess we hit the old. I gotta hit the cha-ching. Thank you for those bits. Don't use it that often, so I forget that I have the cha-ching sound specifically for bits. But yeah, welcome. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, so yesterday I watched Muppet Family Christmas because I wanted to get into the Christmas spirit, you know. And Muppet Family Christmas is my favorite Christmas tradition, is watching that. I enjoy it very, very much. If you have not seen Muppet Family Christmas, you can find it on YouTube. There's a, if you really want to go bonkers with it, you got to import the UK DVD, because the UK DVD has everything, because the VHS home version took out a couple songs that they did not have proper home license for. They only had broadcast license for, because they had a few songs that were not in the public domain. So it is an incomplete vision. And one of those performances is the Muppets as babies. It's not Muppet Babies because it's not animated, it's live action. But it is them as Muppet Babies in home movie version, and you don't get them singing a song in that, which it sucks. It sucks that you don't get that. So, okay, so this says fit tight as possible. Fit as tight as possibly as they will go. Did I do that as tight as possible? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. I think this is just loose until I put it into the frame. So we'll find out if that's true. Get Anyway, Muppet Family Christmas rules. It is a tradition for me to watch it. It contains one of my favorite nonsense gags, where Sprocket, who is a Muppet, but is a Muppet dog that doesn't talk. Kind of like the like Pluto or to Goofy. Pluto doesn't talk, so you got Sprocket from uh yeah, and so Sprocket's there, and Sprocket and Rolf meet, and of course Rolf is a dog. Rolf talks and sings and plays piano. So Rolf and Sprocket are talking to one another, and Sprocket is barking, and then Rolf, in his speaking voice, says, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, bark, bark, woof, woof." And that, as a kid, when I saw that, that was the funniest thing. Like it, it still is such a pure, great joke. The like saying, like I would say bark bark to a dog and the dog would just be like woof, and I'm going, yeah, yeah, and we understand each other. It is a simple silly little thing that I love so much, and I don't know why, but I just love that gag. It is a pleasant gag to my ears. Is absolutely wonderful. All right, I'm taking this apart again because I'm like, am I doing this wrong? This isn't like, this just isn't locking in a way that feels good. And I'm like, am I doing this wrong? That's 46 and 47. I'm gonna double check. Did I take out 46 and 47? 82, 46, yeah. The only parts that could be. Yeah, this doesn't feel great. That feels wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. Weird. All right, well, hopefully it'll feel better later, but right now this just does not feel great the way this goes together. Anyway, Muppet Family Christmas rules. Songs are great. The snowman that Fozzie meets, and they do a like a vaudeville act, and it actually gets laughs. And Fozzie is just on cannot fucking believe it that he is like that he like he's got like a compatriot and a like a vaudeville partner, and he's so happy is great. The Swedish chef seeing Big Bird and freaking the fuck out about how big Bird is. Juicy Gobbler is line, and him just freaking out, and then like talking to legitimately just talking to Big Bird, and how Big Bird is such an empathetic little young boy, that Big Bird is just like, "Oh, you're so far away. It must be really lonely. You probably haven't seen anybody in a while, but we're all here, and that's really nice." And then just Big Bird just and uh, Swedish Chef just being like, "Yeah, okay, I guess we're doing a vegetarian. We're gonna have a vegetarian Christmas dinner." Oh, so good. Fozzie sings "I'll Be Home for Christmas" to his mom, and he will be because they are there together. And it's just like, oh, what a lovely, lovely special. Highly recommend tracking it down. The big one that people talk about is, of course, Muppet Christmas Carol, which is a classic. Do not get me wrong. Muppet Christmas Carol is a modern classic. Um, uh, Sir Michael Caine does such an incredible job uh, playing against puppets, and surprised that isn't on Disney. So the thing is, Muppet Family Christmas is just like impossible to find. It's just like such a hard thing to get. Um, Muppet Christmas Carol, you can find and I think that is totally worth watching. Um, Another thing that you're just gonna have to find torrented, or maybe it's on YouTube, is the Sesame Street Christmas special, which is a very early special. It includes Muppets figure skating. They go to like a skate. It's a very like of its time New York. The C plot is just um, Cookie Monster eating things that aren't cookies, which is just a weird little thing. Yeah, that's a really fun one. Uh, I was surprised to see Michael Caine get a musical number at the end, not really one of his big skills. Here's the thing. If you're going to be in a Muppets thing, you should sing. That to me is just like, oh, yeah, I know it's not his style, but like it's a Muppet production. You got to belt out those tunes. You got to do it. When in Rome. But also, yeah, that's not a thing that people don't go like, oh yeah, it's weird that Michael Caine didn't sing in this one because he sings in everything. Like, yeah, that doesn't happen. So I understand why you'd be like, oh, weird. Okay, so all right, this does feel better. This still feels really loose and like I didn't do it right, but it does. I think when it's all together, it won't look weird, but it does feel wonky, like I didn't do it right. But I don't know what I was supposed to do to make it work. I don't like it, but whatever. Once I get it all together, I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, so I need A113. Um, but yeah, those are the big Muppet ones. The Sesame Street one is a classic. Um, Jim Henson did pre-Muppets. Jim Henson did a Christmas special that was like an episode of like a TV, like basically a network TV show just gave Jim Henson an hour to make a holiday special, and I can't for the life of me remember exactly the name of it, but it's unbelievably terrible and great, and it's like there's a couple of voices that sound like what later would be Muppet voices. Um, oh, I wish I remembered the name of it. I'm sorry, I'm talking about it without remembering, but it is weird. I don't know. I do occasionally look for Christmas commercials on YouTube. I'm not above finding uh Barney dressed up as Santa going ho ho ho, I'm ha ha hungry. And then finding out that and then end with Fred going Merry Christmas, buddy. Just like, yeah, look, I got a heart. Santa and the yellow M&M seeing each other, and the blue M&M going, he does exist, and then Santa being like, they do exist, as if Santa was at the time anyway unaware, and always thought that maybe there exists the possibility that talking, walking, huge M&Ms were a thing, but he wasn't sure about it. Is to me very funny. All right, we're going to apply our first sticker here. It does have a little indent to kind of tell you where it needs to go, and it is sticker 5, and it is a little small, so, not the big. That's a classic. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like the old, the Mountain Joy and, or the Hershey Kiss ones were always great, the little stop motion. Um, I don't think it's good, but I do think it has some fun things. The California Raisins Christmas special, where the California Raisins aren't like the host, they're like dinosaurs are the host, and they show up at the end. That claymation is kind of amazing. There's a couple song bits in it that are surprisingly good. Um, it's nonsense. There's like a Carol of Bells thing in that. It's like utter weirdness, and there are a few things in it that don't feel like they're actually related to the holidays at all. It's weird claymation, but it's like the people that did the California Raisins, and it's just I think we're just like, why are there so many dinosaurs in this thing? It's real weird. Let me know if you have any. What are your all Christmas traditions for watching things? You got any that you're like, oh well, it's not Christmas in this house unless we've watched such and such. Like I always like hearing that from people and what their holiday traditions are. Um, I have not watched, but I will watch this week. Um, what I think is a new tradition, which is watching the last like 2 episodes of season 1 of Laid Back Camp for the Christmas camping, the Christmas clangers, where they are all wearing uh, their Santa costumes, and there's the Chihuahua has reindeer horns. I think that's my new holiday tradition is to watch those episodes of Laid Back Camp that are Christmas camping. Um, I have been watching holiday episodes of Loading Ready Live. Oh yeah, that is a fun tradition. Their holiday episodes are very charming and a good time. Um, I like Rudolph, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and both Frosty Rankin Bass specials. Um, Nothing's more like Christmas than a honkin' penguin and a wizard. Totally. I think Santa Claus is Coming to Town is underrated in the Rankin Bass collections. I think that one is so fucking weird in a great way that I'm a big fan of that. Um, and I mean, there are other ones that are certainly enjoyable, but that one, for some reason, has always been one of my favorites. Uh, I remember not loving Frosty as a kid, not loving the special, not really feeling any way about it. Uh, Santa terrorizes a random German town with toys. Santa changes the world through his unorthodox methodology and his weird belief that being nice to kids is a good thing, and the aggression in which people respond to him in that movie is incredible. It's so weird how everyone's just like, this guy's a fucking menace, he must be stopped. You're like, all right, I disagree. The one with the heat miser is the one we always watch. Hell yeah. I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Sun. But good tune. Good, yeah. The misers are they're enemies. They're a problem. Uh, Never got the heat miser thing. Yeah, that one's fun. I do like that one. There's plenty of specials out there. Um, I mean, I have a whole YouTube video about the anime, specials episodes of anime. Some of which are heartbreaking, some of which are just cute and fun. Um, some of which are problematic, like Santa is real in the world of Pokemon, but Santa's Pokemon is Jinx, and Jinx is already a problem for a number of reasons, but particularly because uh, now modern Jinx is purple. Jinx didn't always used to be purple. Jinx used to have a different color that would be really evocative of what Jinx's whole fucking creepy, inappropriate deal is. And I will expand no further along this lines except to say that the Pokemon Christmas special is a fucking problem. Um, and yeah, there are other ones that are better. I don't think I have one thing I just have to watch, but I've been bouncing through a small list of movies I watch over the years. Nice. This year, I plan to for sure watch Santa's Stay, which stars Santa's Sleigh. Yes, that is Bill Goldberg as a murderer Santa. Yeah, that's part of the Santa as a Murderer collection. I have not watched that. I do look forward to Retronauts' yearly Christmas episode where they watch the Christmas special from random video game cartoons that have been around throughout the years. They're all generally terrible episodes. Yes, generally. Um, Look, yeah. Most of the time, the Christmas episodes, if it's like a drama, the Christmas episodes can be like bittersweet or kind of fun. Like even like um yeah, there are some that are just like cute shows where they just have like a really sad Christmas episode, and you're like, wow, things turned, things got like kind of dark here. And some of them are nice, especially because um, the New Year celebration is traditionally more important in Japan, whereas it's a modern take to celebrate Christmas with your friends. It's a big thing. Like you don't have Christmas cake alone. So like to have like a partner or have some close friends is really important. Just like that is not about going to see your family. You go to see your family for the new year. Um, and you go to the shrine visits and all that. Um, it had some problematic spots, but it's generally pretty fun. Okay. Uh, They're all low budget rush shows, and the Christmas specials are not exceptional. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like a lot of those cartoon shows weren't like it's not like they were of high quality to begin with. So you add in a Christmas episode, and it's just like, yeah, sure. I mean, I guess we'll add a Christmas episode. Probably a good idea. Um, can't remember what other shows I talked about for anime, but Laid Back Camp has a good, like I said, the first season has some good Christmas stuff because it's just about because it's Christmas, which is important, obviously, but it's also their chance to it is the culmination of that story, which is them finally camping as a group. It's the group camp outing with all of them, and so it's important. Like it's just like the culmination of the first season, and it happens to be around Christmas time, which is just great. Um, Toradora, it's dramatic because it is the elements of the under like it is the plot that we've been watching and the plot that has been happening in the background that we all kind of figured out was what was going on coming to a head and finally interacting, and it's a lot. That one is a there's some cute moments in the Toradora Christmas stuff, but it's also like ooh, brutal. uh K-On! Has a good Christmas stuff. Nice family traditions for that. All right, so this is gonna go here, face, and the rare face where I don't have to panel line the mouth because you can't see it anyway because it's black, so there's no reason to panel line it. And then D1 is our only clear piece here, so we're going to be very careful about that. It's hard sometimes to see where the clear piece is attached. So we'll be careful about that. And then we get to choose our eyes. We have a set of two different eye colors here. I've already decided that I will be using the orange because there's only so much orange on this kit, and it is a rare color uh, for this kind of thing. So I will be putting the eyes on first, and then applying the eye sticker. This plastic feels really good. This clear piece feels very good. Um, it feels heavy, which is nice. Sometimes the clear can feel a little thin. All right. So now I need to apply our eyes. And as I said, I will be using the orange version because why not? Either one, or I could use. Gotta use. No, that's not. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we could use 5, which is the red eyes, but we're going to be using the orange. And I love that they give you the option. It's just cool that they do. Okay. Oh, and a somewhat Christmas tradition for me right now that has been fun is I listen to the Scatoon Christmas album. The Scatoon Network, Jer, has a Christmas album. Came out last year. There's a new single this year that is not part of the album, and I just put it together in a playlist that is another Christmas song. And that's good shit. The What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas is really good. The ska version of All I Want for Christmas Is You has a fantastic vocalist and is really fun. And then, like, yeah, the other songs are great. Like, just like, is it silly to do a song called Feliz Navi Ska? Yes, it is very silly to do Feliz Navi Ska as a song, but like, it's fun and it's great and it's like a good time. So I don't know if you're feeling like you want to have, you need a little bit, you need to pick it up this Christmas. Uh, I do recommend the Scott2 Network. It's on Spotify if you want to listen there, or YouTube. You can find all the videos. Or yeah, or YouTube Music, I should say. Yeah, I do think it's genuinely really fun. Let it ska, let it ska, let it ska. Yeah, no, not there, Aristovan, but I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to finish this head here, and then we'll take a pause for the cause. It's coming. The pause for the cause is on its way, folks. If you were like, Pat, are you going to talk about ways that people can support the channel, especially since there might be a few people here that like came in from a raid? Of course, I'm going to talk about ways people can support the channel. I got to do that. Like my MO. It's like one of the things I do here. Of course, I'm going to do that. We'll do that, and then of course we'll talk about some manga. No anime in particular, because I did not watch anything. Because I'm just really not liking about anything this season. Had a real meh hate relationship with shows this season. So I'll try to get caught up for Thursday, but who knows? Maybe I won't. Why is this not? There we go. Is this gonna work? How about you work, sticker? Or piece? There we go. There we go. This head just did not want to connect. Being real weird. All right, and then I'll put the back sticker, and of course I'm going to be using the orange one. I do have options again, red or orange, so I'm going to be using sticker 3, which is the red sticker, or the orange sticker to say. And then yeah, and then I'll use sticker 2, is the front camera sticker. Sometimes I don't apply the back ones, but I at least try. Because the back stickers no one ever sees, and they're often incredibly tiny and hard to apply. So that worked out okay. All right. Oh yeah. Also, I'm playing a new video game, and I'll talk a bit about it. I got gifted a video game that I only put a couple hours in today, but it's been fun, and I don't hear anyone talking about it. So I'll talk a little bit about it uh, in the second hour. But first things first, it's time to. Oops, that's the wrong button. Never mind. Sorry. Go to the intro screen and press the wrong button. Um, hey, everybody. This is only going to take a few minutes. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to be doing some ad read stuff of like ways to support me. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any brand deals, nothing like that. Your support means the world to me. It allows me to continue to do what I'm doing here, which is purchase and then build model kits, and then once a week play a video game or do something that is not model kit building. The regulars know all about this. This is just my pause for the cause. And then we'll get back into other things. First and foremost, if you are new to the channel, if you were already a subscriber, let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site emote in the chat. Let the people know you got these cool emotes. We already had one gifted sub tonight. Subscribing is honestly the easiest way to support what I do, using your Prime Gaming token or using cash money. You know, you get your credit card hooked up to the old Twitch account. We had a few gifted subs this month, which is always appreciated. Thank you very much. We also saw some bits come in. Appreciate that very much. So thank you to everybody did that. If you've been gifted a sub, you can convert that to a regular subscription, and they won't charge you till your gift sub has expired. So once your month is over, then they'll be like, okay, now give us that money, which is fun. Alternatively, you could join my Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. I have a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier, and I promise I'm going to shoot a new video for that, a new like welcome to my Patreon video, because it's from my old apartment. It's grossly out of date, so I got to update that. But anyway, yeah, different tiers. Check that out. See if there's something there you'd like to support, because maybe $1 and $3 is going to work better for you than $5 here. Possibilities. Let's see. Oh, I have a YouTube, and of course, subscribing to my YouTube is free, and I would encourage you to do that and ring the bell so you get notifications of when my videos go up. But yeah, youtube.com/PatBear. If you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? You can find all this in the show description, all the links. If you're watching this later on the VOD, you can find all of these by looking at chat. And I know sometimes people watch VODs, they don't check the chat out because it's they can't chat. It's just a bunch of text. It doesn't matter. But there's some links in there, so check that out. You could join. You become a member, and then if you were a member, you would get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday, and I got a video coming out tomorrow. So, or for you, and everybody else will see it on Wednesday. So for $2 a month, that's a pretty good deal. You get one video a week early, or a day early, I should say. I guess I could do. No, I can't do a week early for any of those. So next year I could, but it would still just be a day. Anyway, what else we got? Oh, and direct donations. Because maybe once in a while is better for you than monthly. And I understand that. You don't have to do any of these things. These are all just optional things you could do to help support me. But anything that I get through direct donations, through YouTube money, like with AdSense and memberships, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes to buying model kits and equipment. Tanjiro, that I just finished building at the start of the stream, that came out of my own funds from money that I collected here. A lot of the high grades that I have in my backlog come from that. But this kit that I'm building right now, that's not that. The kit I'm building right now came from my Amazon wish list. Somebody bought something from my wish list, an anonymous person. So thank you again to the person that made that purchase. If you buy something from my wish list, it comes to me. I'll shoot a video for my YouTube channel about that, like an unboxing of sorts, talking about it and thanking you. And especially if you include your name in a message, I will thank you in person. And then also, it jumps the queue. I've got plenty of stuff to build, but it was time to build this Gundam because it was purchased off my wish list. And on my wish list, I've got Lego sets. I've got high grade kits, master grade kits. I've got a bunch of these kits from. Right now, I have the Helios and the Asteroid Red inversion are on my wish list. They are the only two kits from Breaker that I haven't purchased on my own and have it ready to build. So if you want to see me build more from this set, there's two that are up for there, as well as some other kits which range in prices from somewhat reasonable to why is that so expensive. And there's also some gear at the bottom because sometimes people are like, I want to support you, like the person that bought this light, or they bought the cushion that I'm sitting on. But they don't know what to buy as far as that goes. So it's nice to have a few things. I would love to have more cheap model kit options. There just don't exist right now on Amazon that I haven't already built. But I'm constantly looking for cheap options like that you could spend like $12 to support me. And as soon as I could put more like that in, I will. My alternative to having an Amazon wish list, because some people are like, hey, I don't want to use Amazon, and I totally get that, is it's more convoluted, but you could buy a gift card to USA Gundam Store. And then you go to USA Gundam Store, you buy a gift card, they send you an email with the code, and then you send me a DM on Twitter, because my DMs are open, or whisper here on Twitch with the code. I already pre-ordered one of the new Iron-Blooded Orphan kits that are coming out. I haven't pre-ordered the other ones. Also, I could just buy something that, something. I could buy one of those kits to my Amazon wish list at USA Gundam Store and take it off the wish list if you do that. So it's Christmas coming up. If you want to get me a holiday gift, you could do that. You don't have to. If you got an Amazon gift card at this Christmas, you can go to my wish list, use that gift card on me. You could do that. You don't have to, but you could. Okay. If you want to, we're going to get back to building really soon. So sorry that I'm talking for so long. We'll get back to building. I should also say I have a Discord. It's free to join my Discord, of course, and I would love it. It's a chill place where people post stuff. I post things that I'm working on. People post things they're doing. People plug themselves. Nice little community of people join my Discord. Video links. I got a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club. It is my kind of like a year in review. It is me talking about some of the big anime stories from the year. I would appreciate you checking that video out. It is not my top 10 list. My top 10 list will come out in January in association with something else that I've kind of already said what it is, but I haven't said it out loud, but you know. And then the Best of Build With Baer is my ongoing series. I'll have a new one coming this Wednesday, but if you missed last week's, this is me just like putting out like just making sure that the robots, that if they are sentient and they do have, like, if they do become our rulers, they know that I think they're cool. Just me covering my bases for the possible robot uprising. Understand where we're at, robots. All right, I'm going to talk about some manga that I've been reading. I did not update my manga list. So hold on a second. I got to update my tab. Sorry about this. And I got two series to talk about. One is, of course, an isekai, and one is kind of like a comedy slice of life series. So got two things to talk there, but I forgot to update it, so my apologies. Anyway, I'm gonna drink some water. We're gonna get back to building, and we're gonna talk about some manga, and then we'll probably talk about some video games. So here we go. And I gotta hit X. Dramatic. All right. Continuing to work on the head of this kit. We got one more sticker left to build, but we're going to continue on this. And I'm going to talk to y'all about Exterminator, which is, how fucking rare is it that there is a one-word title for an isekai? This isekai has one word in its title. That is so rare. Occasionally they're like 2 or 3 word titles, but this is just like Exterminator. And here's the thing. Even though it's not like a long name like Banished from the Hero's Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside, which explains, what it is via sentence. It is a show about an exterminator, a manga about an exterminator. This dude got summoned. Maybe he died and he's in his same body. Whatever. He got summoned to a fantasy world, and he's like, well, I don't want to like be a warrior or like a soldier or a knight or anything. I kind of just want to keep doing what I do, and I need to earn money. So I'm just gonna like be an exterminator. I was good at that. That was his job. He's like, so I'm gonna be an exterminator. So he picks jobs, guild jobs that are close to what he was naturally good at. And here's the thing. Oh, he's got to kill all these bugs, right? Well, normally that would be a job for several people, and they would use their swords or their magic or their bows or whatever to do it. But not our dude. He uses traps and poisons because he's an exterminator. So he levels up really fast, like unbelievably fast. Like there's a point where he like breaks a door and he's like, I don't know what's going on. And they're like, oh yeah, you leveled up so fast that you don't like understand your own strength. So he levels up really quickly, and then he like basically at one point he gets somebody tries to stab him, and the sword just like dagger just breaks because he's just so strong. But he's focused. He's like, I'm not gonna go out and kill monsters. I should point out he does kill a lot of monsters, but those are like big wasps or whatever. He kills a lot of insects, and he also like apparently some of his jobs were cleaning, so he does a lot of cleaning, which people don't want to do. But he's like, I don't got a problem doing that. And so you might think, like, Pat, you're talking pretty highly about this show. Did you like this? Is this like a manga that you would recommend? And I want to, because like I said, there's stuff about it that I think is fun and interesting and enjoyable. I think like um he's like, it's not annoying. He's not stupid. He's not like a bumbling hero that like doesn't like he's not one of these main characters that like doesn't understand his own strength and doesn't think that he's like worth it. He's like, no, I get it. Like, yeah, I leveled up and like I've got these abilities and whatever, but I'm not really interested in like saving the world or fighting a demon lord or whatever. He's like, I'm more interested in like doing my job, getting paid, getting a house, that kind of stuff. And I appreciate that. The problem with the series and why I don't want to recommend it and is that so much of the first bulk of it is about how he became on two fucking occasions uh the owner of slaves. And does he release them? Yeah. But is it this weird thing where it's just like, oh god fucking damn it. Like, hey, put that at the top of my list of things that I am sick of seeing in fiction, like because it's never handled like well at all. Um, Side note: there is a somewhat romantic comedy about a former slave in a fantasy world who accidentally gets released, and then she like ends up in a weird love thing with with her own slave, and I'm like, why? What the fuck? Get this shit out of here! Get this out of here! Popular media, get out of my isekais. Um, it is obviously a far different story than some of the other terrible tropes within the genre. But that one is just like, yeah, I don't need this. I don't need these like person devoted to you bullshit nonsense. Like, it somewhat I think it's trying to solve the problem of how does an outsider um like actually cope with not knowing anything about the world, and why would someone who they find, like even if they save their life, why would somebody be like, yeah, hey, I'm cool with you owning me? Like, why, like what's going on with this? It's very frustrating, and it is the reason why I cannot recommend Exterminator. Which, other than that, is like fine. It is a perfectly fine series. That is the part where it is like I can't recommend it. Like I said, now a show a story I should say that I think is growing on me, and I'll admit I haven't read a lot of it, but I am going to keep reading. Um, is sorry, I gotta look up the name. Wednesday Siblings. So that is not about two people who were only related on Wednesday, but it is a story about two people who are siblings, and there's like a 10-year age gap. So you've got like a young boy still in school, and then like out of school, kind of living her life in an apartment by herself. Lady, a woman, um, and their parents marry, and like they're happy about it, but it is weird because now they're like related, and but like there's such an age gap. And so the plan is that they spend Wednesdays together. Like he sleeps over on Wednesday, they have dinner like after school, and they hang out. And maybe they'll like build a relationship. I appreciate the reason why the Wednesday happens is because like it is like the parents are honest. They're like, look, part of it is that like yes, we want the two of you to get to know one another, but also we would like a day of the week where he's not home at night because they're newlyweds, so they want like to not worry about it. And I'm like, that's a that is a thing that's like rough to tell any child, but like yeah, someone in their 20s, like I guess you could be like, hey, we would like, a night off. And so you're like, oh, that's pretty cute, Pat. That sounds like a cute show with like, it's probably just like them cooking and getting to know one another and like finding common ground and like, yeah, okay. What's the weird thing about it, Pat? Because there's gotta be a weird thing about it. And the weird thing about Wednesday Siblings isn't that weird. Uh Dude's got murder face, bastard face, uh evil face. Uh he's like a actually like, like cute kid most of the time, but when he gets nervous, we find out that his like facial expressions look like he's going to murder her. And that's weird. But then like and that's like the like, oh, is he mad at me? oh no, he's not mad at me. Actually, he's just like a thoughtful kid. Uh, and that's kind of fun. I don't dislike that. So like it's them like trying to figure out how this like relationship can be built and how like the idea of like being siblings but not related to one another. Um, and he's like trying to be more of an adult and she's like totally okay with being a little more playful and I really appreciate that. So overall I would say this one's pretty damn cute and I would I'm sorry, let me just find okay. And I would say that it is that I do recommend it. I think that it is worth tracking down. Uh, Wednesday Siblings. Like I haven't read too deep into it. It could turn weird. It could turn creepy. I don't think it is. It doesn't give me the vibes that this is going to turn like inappropriate. But right now, like I'm early enough in it that I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm going to keep reading because I've been enjoying it. And that's my manga recommendation for the stream. Uh, don't check out Exterminator. Do check out Wednesday Siblings. Um, I think that on Thursday I'm going to talk about. Um, I think Thursday is going to be two slice of lifes that I'm going to be checking out. One is called My Company's Small Senpai, which just seems to be a cute comedy romance slice of life about coworkers. One of whom is tiny, and it's not My Senpai is Annoying, which is the other one that's on air right now. This one seems to be a little similar, and the other one is I think I've mentioned it. It's this weird slice of life mystery romance thing called a story about a man and a woman, and when they sleep together, money appears out of nowhere. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's one of those titles where you're like, all right, yeah, you got me. I want to know what the fuck's going on in that. So I'll be checking those out. And maybe I'll have a manhwa to talk about because I've been checking out a few. Uh, let me see the names of a couple of them. I gotta document a few of them. Uh, yeah, I'll probably talk about maxed out leveling maybe or solo spellcaster. Yeah, one of those two. I already talked about max level hero returns, so yeah, maybe the one of those I think would be good to check out now and again. Uh, but yeah, I've been reading a bunch of stuff. It's been nice to have some manga to read since I haven't been watching a lot of anime. Next season though, holy shit, the isekais that I'm interested in are coming out finally. Um, uh, I'll give you like I'll go to any chart see if I can find the list of ones. Like obviously I'm gonna go in depth uh um on this stuff next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday. The following Wednesday will be my wrap up of the season and my what's coming out. Um, so I'll be able to like talk more in general about the shows. But there's quite a few that I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna get some good stuff that I'm really into next season. So I am pretty excited about that, about having like some anime that I do want to watch and some stuff that has been like postponed. Actually, I don't know if did Skeleton Knight get postponed even more? I don't know when that's coming out. But that was supposed to come out this year originally, and then when everything with Corona last year got pushed, some stuff that was supposed to come out this year got pushed as well. And I believe that did it. But that one is a fun series. Uh that's just a dude um who died or something and became his avatar in a world that is somewhat similar to the video game he played, but his avatar was a skeleton. So he's a skeleton man, and he's like kind of freaked out about that. But the nice thing is, when people who like him find out, they're just like, okay, weird. And then he most of the time, rarely does anyone like find out that he didn't want to know. So it's kind of like set up like, oh, this is going to be a problem, and then it just really isn't. It's like pretty okay. And I do appreciate that, so they can just tell the story they want to tell about this incredibly overpowered main character who's just like doing some cool shit, beating some nice people, and getting into some situations with them. But I've been looking forward to that for a while, so I believe that is coming out soon. Hopefully. All right. All right, let's get this on here. And of course, if this was a lighter color, I would be panel lining a lot of this, but it's so dark that there's no need to use markers, which is fun. Oh, and then 17 and 18. Let's make sure I use the right numbers here. Oh, yeah, that's 19. One of these is wrong. I need 17. No, 17 and 18, yeah. I was like, this doesn't seem to connect right because I had the wrong piece out. All right, so games and stuff. I have been playing. I was gifted this by a friend, and I have not put a lot of time into this, but I can tell you a little bit about my time with Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, which is it's in the Shovel Knight franchise. It is a mix of like dungeon crawling and wait, what the fuck? Sorry. Oh, okay. I got this now. Sorry, everybody. I'm just doing this wrong. Okay, so this is the way it's got to go. This. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna pull back here because I'm having some issues. This is how it should go. And then, but if I do it like this piece is on wrong. I gotta pop this open. Anyway, Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon is it is one part dungeon crawler and one part falling block puzzle solver, and it is a fantastic combination of those two things. See one on here. That's the thing. This is why I was wrong. I was like, why am I doing this? I have to be way more careful, folks. I got into a rhythm here, and I was just having a problem getting these out. I have not heard a single thing about this game online. Yeah, it came out last Monday. This game has been out for a week, and it feels like no one I know is playing it. And I only knew about it because a friend of mine is not an employee there, but is associated and had some codes and sent me one. Just like I think part of it is the fact that it came out this late, so people are already like done thinking about, or they're like focusing on like their year end stuff. So it didn't like I don't think anyone I know is playing it. I hope somebody in the bomb crew has checked it out, but I can't necessarily believe that anyone has because it just seems like nobody I know is playing it, which is a shame because it's very fun. So like I said, it's got its okay, so I do this right now. It's got sorry. Okay, so this is gonna go like this. Oh, why this is being so frustrating. Anyway, I played it for the first time today. I like it so far. Yeah, like I know it came out and I'm interested, just don't have time right now. Totally. I totally understand that. Okay, so there's I've only played a few hours of the adventure mode. Because I do like I do like puzzle games and I do like some dungeon crawling games and I really like the world of Shovel Knight. And if you like the world of Shovel Knight, um uh like there's like 8 to 10 characters, heroes. I think there's 10 heroes, I want to say. And you just go around fighting monsters. Accessibility features. You can turn off like raid bosses and you can there's some like some options in there for people to just like make their game easier to play and more fun to play, and I think that's rad. I'm always a big fan of that. Um, there's also like a challenge mode, like a daily challenge mode where everyone's competing against each other, and there's also, I believe, two-player competitive versus, but I don't know what that entails because I haven't done that. Um, uh, but yeah, it came out like last week, and it just feels like nobody I know is has said anything about it, which is strange. Um, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Um, I'm playing it on Steam. I know there is a Switch version, and I bet it maybe chugs a little bit, but I bet it is really convenient and nice to have it on Switch. So I would probably look for it there if you have a Switch and you're interested in the game. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. So far anyway, only a couple of hours in. I am liking the puzzle elements of it, and I am liking the um, dungeon crawling, fighting parts of it. Uh, will that change in the future? I don't know. It could be that I get stuck somewhere and I'm not having fun. But right now, I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I would have bought it without it. Like I said, it was gifted to me. I don't know if I would have gone out of my way to pick it up, but I'm glad that I'm playing it right now. So maybe check that out. And of course, I'm still playing Halo and really enjoying my time in Halo. Um, I've gotten farther in the single player. No spoilers, of course. But I'm not super enjoying the single player campaign. I'm also not one of those people that like is like so sad that the like co-op isn't in there yet, because that's not what I come to the game for either. What I come to the game for is goofiness in multiplayer and having a good weird time with friends, and I'm getting both of those. I know somebody who is like uh, they are getting a gaming laptop for Christmas, and they're just like, Pat, we are playing Halo when I get my gaming laptop, and I was just like, hell yeah, we are. I'm very excited uh, to get in because that's an old school friend of mine, and it'll be really fun to play Halo with them again. Now is the part of the stream where you tell me, hey, what are y'all playing? What are you watching? What are you up to? What's going on? I watched a little football. I said I'm kind of watching Christmas specials, but I caught a little football this weekend. Not a lot because I'm not super into football, but watching a little bit. Um, just getting caught up on my YouTube or my YouTube stuff. Watching people shot some videos this weekend. Trying to finish up for the rest of the year. The only video I still have to shoot for the rest of the year for anything is uh, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, which will be the last Wednesday of the year. I got to put up a best of Build With Baer, and that'll be the last best of Build With Baer because next year I have a new project. My new project next year. Very excited about. I said the name already, so I will continue. I will say it again. My new project coming out next year. Do you remember? Do you remember? Again, not going to say what it is, but I'm excited about it, and it is a thing that doesn't rely on me doing like saying a funny thing on this stream and like grabbing a quote. Like I don't have to worry about that. It just lives on its own. It's its own project, and I think it'll be pretty fun. Um, saw the new Spider-Man earlier today, and I liked it a lot. Hell yeah, Last Rook. I will see that sometime in the future. I've been streaming Forza Horizon 5 for Extra Life. That's right. Harold's been streaming Forza every day as an Extra Life charity event because Harold is on Christmas vacation, winter break. So getting in some Halo. Not Halo, sorry, Forza. Getting some Forza. I'm getting in some Halo. But yeah, getting some Forza. Trying to raise some money for Extra Life. Hell yeah, Harold. All right, we got an arm done here. We'll get started on the other one. This kit is going to be pretty straightforward to put together. As I said, it flies because I'm not panel lining anything just about. Like some of the gray I am, but I won't even do the joints here because we won't really see them. So, no reason to panel line the black paint here, or parts, the black parts. Um, But yeah, this is coming together pretty damn easy, which is fine by me. I don't mind an easy one now and again. And once we got this together, this chess piece, which didn't feel great, I think like feels fine. So that's nice. Um, but yeah, let me know what you're all playing, what you're watching. Hey, we have a surprising amount of people watching tonight, which fucking rules. Thanks everybody for being here. If you came in because you were looking for Gunpla stuff and just follow the tag, feel free to hit the follow button. I build here on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. I will be streaming on Christmas Day evening. So on Saturday, even though it is Christmas Day, I will be streaming, so you can come hang out there, and we'll all talk about what we got for Christmas. Lord Creston's been playing some Fights in Tight Spaces. I still have to check that out for myself. That might be a holiday game for me. It sounds very cool. I know that Alex Navarro really loves it, so I do want to check that out. Um, but yeah, so if you're new, give me a follow. You know, come check out another stream. This Wednesday, folks, letting you all know, get prepared. This Wednesday in my bonus stream, we will be playing some Jackbox, and we're gonna focus on the new Jackbox, Party Pack 8. We might go back to 7 to play some holiday Quiplash because I believe there is a Christmas themed Quiplash available because they usually do some holiday themed special Quiplashes. So we might do that. I'm not sure. Dirty says, hi, Dirty. Playing solitaire and just trying to get through the last 3 days of work for the year. Hell yeah. Good luck, my friend. The stuff, because I do a bunch of variety of nonsense things. Obviously, streaming is work, and I will be doing that through the rest of the year. The data entry, updating for PowerPoint presentations for companies and stuff like that, contract work that I do, is done for the year. Finished that up this weekend. I do unfortunately have some customer service shifts between Christmas and New Year's, but better Christmas and New Year's than right now. So glad that I have none of it now because once it's already Christmas, people kind of like, I mean, they're still mad, they're still wondering what's going on, but like the pressure of getting it there and like trying to figure out how to make that happen kind of dissipates because it would be impossible. So that is nice that I'm just like people are usually pretty chill, so or chiller. So I got that to look forward to after the holidays. Um, to read what you said, it reminds me of Into the Breaches as fights in tight spaces. But instead of kaiju fights, you're just a dude fighting other dudes in small areas. That is a great selling point. If you're telling me it feels like Into the Breach, but it's just dudes punching, that sounds pretty good. And Aristophan played around with Battle Royale. I've heard of it, and I've heard some people tweeting about it, but I haven't actually checked it out for myself. It's a free-to-play mashup of Scrabble and Battle Royales. I actually won a game, which makes it the first Battle Royale type game I've won. I guess I'm ready for Fortnite. Well, winner, winner, chicken dinner, Aristophan. Congratulations on your big win. Um, yeah, I mean, I've heard some things that like sound like they'd be fun. I haven't, as I said, I have not actually checked that out, but that could be a good time. I'm not, I'm not great with spelling. I've done Fight Scrabble before, like those kind of games and Scrabulous. I'm just like, this is not a skill that I'm particularly uh like confident in my ability. So I don't know. Or like typing skills. Even got a crown. Hell yeah. Got yourself a crown jewel. Um Congratulations. But yeah, that's just like to me like not a thing that I ever like really have been skilled in. So I don't know. I've been playing Hearthstone. I got some decks that I like. I got this is mainly for Aristophan. Um, I got a Wild Evolve Shaman deck that's good. Uh, it's terrible because it needs a board to then evolve a board. so it doesn't do well against Pirate Warrior, but also none of the decks I play do well against Pirate Warrior in Wild at all. So like, forget it. Who cares? Because I'd have to play Free Shaman, and I don't want to play Free Shaman. Um, and in Standard, I've got an Elemental deck that just it's just the idea is play a bunch of elementals. Doesn't matter if they stick, and then you play the 8 mana card that summons an 8/8, and then summons another 8/8 for every elemental you played last turn, and then you cheat it out so you can do it on turn 6 with the 0 cost thing that your next fire spell costs 2 less. Yes. New nerfs and buffs today. Still trying to find a deck you really like. I hear you. I'm also playing a Wild Paladin deck because I have the Paladin hero card that I got out of a pack. I did not craft it. I got out of a pack. So I was looking for a deck to play with that. I'm playing basically Big Paladin, where I am stalling with low cost secrets, and then playing the 4 cost that pulls 2 deck, like a spell and a beast and a minion, and swaps their cost, or duel, which is pulls a minion from your deck. And there are some new, pretty good big paladin cards that like really work for that deck, that like really complement the nonsense play style of that. So I have been enjoying that deck. I'm getting some wins with that because you can just build a big board. There's the rush minion that if it kills kills a minion, enemy minion, it summons a 5/5 with taunt. And the best thing to do with that is pull it with duel, because then it attacks someone, you get a 5/5, and then since it still has rush, it can attack again, and you can clear another minion and get a second 5/5 with taunt. And if you're getting that out for 5 instead of 8, that's real fucking good. All right, so why am I having problems with these again? I'm again having issues with this. Don't know why I keep having issues with getting these getting this hand to just work, or the arms to work. But yes, there were new nerfs and buffs. I really do like my mage deck because to me, it's a miracle mage in that, like, if the cards go right for you, you win. But the cards aren't always going to go right for you, and sometimes you can't make it to turn 6. You made it turn 6. You put 4 8/8s on the board, but you have like 15 health, and you're just going to lose. So it's not like the best deck in the world, but it is fun when it works. When it works, it is really fun. And so, like, those kind of decks I like to play. Same thing with the shaman deck. Like, sometimes I'm gonna pull a 3 cost card. I'm gonna pull, like, I'm suddenly gonna get those 3 bunnies and then evolve it on turn 4, and then have a big board of 4 drops, and it's just gonna like really fuck with my opponent, and they're gonna rage quit, and I'm gonna be like, haha, gotcha. But sometimes they'll just be a priest and just continuously destroy my board, and there's just nothing I can do about it, and I'll never ever have a board, and they will just always have an answer to my silly moves, and it's just not worth it. That is unfortunately the issue with Hearthstone right now, is there's like a couple decks that are just incredibly overpowered, and that's the only thing people are playing, which is frustrating when you want to play a bunch of different things and play silly decks. But Rest fan, I hope you find a deck that is for you. B115. We will finish up this arm because we are so close to finishing it up. I just have to put the hand together, and then we'll be done. I do need 12. Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought the issue with Hearthstone was the company who makes it. Yes. So the issue with Hearthstone, the game, is that there are only a couple decks that do very well, and they're not fun to play against, and so it takes the meta is annoying and not great. Um, in addition to that, Harold, is the fact that the company that makes the game is a pile of garbage and awful. And some of the individual people there are fine to great, but the company culture is trash. That is the overarching problem of that with the specific issue of, and then sometimes it's not a fun game to play. Um, and it feels bad to play sometimes. And then also yeah, there's lots of garbage there. All right. And then we're going to get to the open hand on this one. Yeah, we'll do C17. The rare open palm hand. I don't often do that, but why not? Why not do something a little different from what I normally do? All right. On there. Anyway, Wednesday, we're going to play Jackbox, and that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to playing some Jackbox with everybody. As always, you do have to be logged in. You have to link your Twitch account to jackbox.tv so that you get that name there. And that is simply so that there is a little bit of accountability for people. It's a simple thing. It's not hard to do. And it just means that you end up using your username. And I can see what your username is. That's it. Boy, this piece does not want to stay on. It did fine on this one. Why is this side so weird? Strange. But yeah, this maybe this is the wrong piece. Let me look. B212. Did I pull off the wrong piece? We're doing that a lot. So no, that is the right piece. Just this part here does not want to stay on. I may have to blue tack it. I don't like doing, or not blue tack it. Yeah, either blue tack it or glue it. But yeah, piece does not want to stay on, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. I will take care of that off stream. All right, and we'll put the hand on here. And then other than this one piece that just does not want to stay on, which is weird, we got a lot done on this kit today, which is great. Speaking of kits, we will actually pause this a little bit in the building process, and we will come back to it in the future build. But we're going to take a break on this because this Thursday I will be working on a Lego set for Christmas, a Christmas wreath, which you can see right here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to say. The Christmas wreath. So I will be building this Christmas wreath on Thursday, and then probably also on Saturday, because I don't think it's a 2-in-1, but it's got 500 pieces, so I think I won't finish it on Thursday, so I will then finish it on Saturday. And then when we finish that up, I'll go back to this kit, but we're going to take a break on it and focus on the wreath. Because it's the holidays and I want to do something Christmassy. It's fun to do a holiday Lego set. So that'll be the next thing that I work on Thursday. What's going to happen right now is we are going to go on a raid. We always end every stream with a raid because that is the best way to end the night. I'm going to find somebody in the community that I want to go hang out with for a little bit and bring you all in there. They're not always model kit builders. Generally, they're just people that I think are rad and who are also West Coast people that will probably be streaming for a while because it is, almost 11 p.m. Eastern time. So let's see. Who do we got? Who's doing stuff that we want to go hang out with? Well, I know that Harold was playing Forza. Well, right now, Mary Kish is playing Forza Horizon 5. So we are gonna go hang out with Mary Kish, who is wonderful, such a good person. great streamer, and just, chill. And also, haven't really raided her in a while. So we're going to go get her a raid in a second. So feel free to come along on this raid. Mary absolutely rules. So I know you have a good time. And I don't know how she is at Forza. So this should be either like really fun or really like fun. So come along on this raid. Again, also come back on Wednesday 9 p.m. for Eastern for Jackbox Party Pack 8 with maybe playing some Quiplash from Party Pack 7, some Quiplash 3. And then also on Thursday for some Christmas wreath building. And I'll see you on the next stream. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.